sweet, sweet revenge, or watching plain old karma come along and wreak havoc on a narcissist's life who's scrambling to do damage control. Revenge and karma, wanting to seek revenge on somebody who's betrayed you in some of the most horrific ways, who's hurt you, who's lied to you, who's duped you, is a natural feeling. And more often than not, it's not actually revenge you're after. It's justice. It's to see the right being wronged. Karma is to see the person suffer and know how it feels to suffer. This doesn't tend to work with narcissistic individuals, as they don't see themselves as the issue. So if they suffer, they see themselves as the victim, and they go all out to blame you and shame you, smear your name and scapegoat you. They go all out to make out that it's someone else's fault, somebody else's problem. And with their charismatic charm, they are very good at fooling new supply by playing the victim to the circumstances they created, to gain the sympathetic attention and to avoid consequences for their actions. Narcissistic individuals are some of the most bitter, cynical, resentful, angry people you could ever meet, which technically is their karma. What narcissistic individuals do is they project those feelings over to you. Not only do they project those feelings over to you, they create those feelings within you by their mistreatment of you. They create that anger, that resentment, that bitterness, that cynicalism towards the world. They can even create that victim mindset because you have been victimized by them. And it's normal when someone has hurt you to want to harm them in return. It's normal when you kind of want that karma to hit. And karma is either someone receiving the good luck that they've given to the world, or the bad luck from what they've done to other people. Now, when a narcissistic individual has hurt you, it's normal to feel angry and confused and hurt and bitter and cynical and resentful. These are all normal, valid feelings that they create within you due to their behaviour towards you. Normal, valid reactions. And we can all experience a very strong desire to right a wrong. And it can be incredibly powerful, an incredibly powerful desire to want to seek that revenge on somebody. Once you recognise what they've done to you, human nature, that sort of survival of the fittest. However, when it comes to narcissistic people, what you'll notice is they don't play fair. They play dirty. They lack the empathy to care. Where you're going to feel remorseful, fair enough, in that moment when you extract revenge on them, it might feel very, very good. However, more often than not, afterwards you're going to feel remorseful, you're not going to like the person that you turn into. We're all capable of behaving in ways that we don't like about ourselves. And a narcissist will push you to that point so you question who you are as a person. And once you've extracted that revenge for that moment's relief, narcissistic individuals don't play fair. They're going to come after you. They play very cruel and calculated games, and they don't feel any remorse. Therefore, there's no low they won't go. They feel like they're the victim, and they feel like they need to get you back. They're coming from very similar desires, only they lack empathy, and they're looking to win, and they're looking to win at all costs to you. How you get revenge on a narcissistic individual is by learning all about the disorder itself, learning all about their behaviours, learning to recognise the games, learning to no longer play along with them, learning to cut off your supply. Narcissists feel entitled to your attention, and it hurts them when you take your attention away from them. Indifference, they don't like it. They believe like they're the most important person in the room, and when they're not, and you're not providing them that attention, more often than not, they will try and come after you. They're looking to gain that reaction. By not giving them that reaction is how you extract your revenge. And you're not technically doing anything wrong. You're just not playing into their games. You're no longer going to chase them every time they fall silent on you. You're just going to leave them to it. However, around narcissistic people who lack empathy, you do need to keep yourself safe. Narcissists thrive on that supply and just cutting off your supply. They'll still blame you. They'll still claim that you're the one that hurt them. They'll use it in their victim plays to those around you to try and smear your name, to scapegoat you. They want you to start defending yourself. They want to draw you back into their games. Recognize it and don't play. Those who want to believe the narcissist lies, that's on them. They will figure it out for themselves in their own time. And more often than not, we can't blame them because we once believed the narcissist lies until we saw the truth, which is very difficult to see when a narcissist is gaslighting your reality. When it comes to revenge on a narcissistic person, it's already there. When it comes to karma on a narcissistic person, it's already there. They already feel hurt and angry and bitter and resentful, and your compassion cannot help them. They just use that to exploit you and get their needs met by you. Narcissistic people are some of the most cynical people you could ever meet, which is why they go around hurting and punishing everybody else. They're some of the most negative people you could ever meet. Their karma is who they are as a person. They're trapped. Just like you don't feel that great when they've hurt you in some of the most horrific ways and you're in that negative mindset with those negative feelings. It's not a good place to be. That's where they live for near enough eternity because it's who they are and they don't take responsibility. We can learn to process those emotions and move on for a much happier life for us and leave them with their own karma. With narcissistic individuals, more often than not, due to their behaviour, they push everyone away. They end up isolated. Now there's people who cut down the number of people they are around because they can recognise toxic people, but they can be happy in their own company. Narcissistic individuals struggle to be in their own company. That's why they're seeking that excessive attention from those around them. So the best way to gain revenge on a narcissistic person is to go and live your best life safely. Narcissistic individuals are incredibly envious, so they will either try to win you back or destroy it for you. So do your best not to flaunt it in their face. As a narcissistic individual, when they're pretending to move on and pretending to do well, will boast and exaggerate it and flaunt it in other people's faces because they believe other people are envious of them and they're trying to make other people envious of them. They're trying to cause those feelings of envy and resentment within you. Recognise the game and no longer play. Stay in your own lane. Keep the things that you want out of life to yourself and just go out there and work to achieve them for yourself, not for other people, for who you are as a person. And by no longer informing people of what your plans are, you're less likely that the narcissist will find out and be able to sabotage. You'll have achieved them by the time a narcissistic individual finds out that you have actually moved on without them, and that hurts them more than anything. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments with people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. The links for those will be in the description also. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.